Hey everybody, Preparedness 1 here. So look, I want to show you the difference here, okay? So a lot of this was pine out here. And you can see the difference. Look at the difference of that wood underneath there. It looks a whole lot better, don't it? Nice and dried out, ready to go. Big difference. So I want to talk about resources. Availability of what you have. So we got a bunch more wood there. We got a bunch on the other side. There's some there that we had inside. We have that's all full of wood over here. We got a tremendous amount of wood stacked up in here as well. As you can see, we got a lot of wood as far as that. And this is like it's not just one or two rows. I mean, this is that deep. That's a lot of wood in this wood shed here as well. And the wood over here, there's a lot stacked up in here as well. That whole thing is full of wood, and there's the bees still there doing their thing. They ain't bothering me, I ain't bothering them. That's the way I look at that. But it's a good resource to have on hand. You know, that's a good thing. Propane, right? Having propane on hand. How much propane is available? How much is on hand? These big tanks here, those are 100-pound tanks. You know, and then there's one there. I think there's one sitting back there. Actually just switched out a tank. Got a couple more tanks over here. So it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that one there is 7. I just changed that out. I got one more somewhere. So I actually have 8 20-pound tanks as well. Having the resources available to you when the time comes is going to be very important. Now, how long would that last me, right? What would I be looking at? How long would one tank, 100-pound tank last me? And that's a good question, depending on how cold it was, what the weather was like, all that type of stuff. That definitely is a variable. If it's not as cold, I'm not going to be burning as much propane. So I generally just use the 20-pound tanks because these aren't going to go bad. These are just fine. You know, those are more of a reserve backup type of thing. If I ever got snowed in and couldn't get out, well, then I hook up one of the big tanks. You know what I mean? So that is an option. Having gas on hand. I generally keep about, right now, what do I got? Maybe 60, 70 gallons of gas on hand available. So there's a couple of gas cans over here. I got a generator here. There's another generator on the porch over here. I have another generator that, so you'll see I got this one, that one sitting there. I have another generator, never even been opened, never even been used, sitting up in the Connex. So it's there and available if I need it. So, you know, those are important things as well, making sure you have enough of what you need. Now, in the woods, there's a ton of standing dead. So what do I mean by that? There's a bunch of dead trees that are standing up. Oh my God, I stepped outside for a minute. You were sleeping. Oh my gosh, well come on, heaven forbid. Well come on. Come on. Yeah, I know. Terrible. Oh, poor thing. You're definitely a victim. You know, heaven forbid that I step outside for 2 minutes. Well, actually, what's it been 4? But I got a lot of standing dead in the woods that is available to me if I need it. So that's just a matter, it's up there, that's what it's, I was like, what is going on here? There is cobweb on me. So, like I said, there's a lot of standing dead in the forest that can be utilized. It's just got to be cut down and cut up, so it don't matter if it's the middle of winter or not. That's going to be good, ready to burn wood when the time comes. You know, having the resources available to you is going to be important. I'll give you an example of something, okay? Love my daughter to death, but I have to get on her at times. I'm like, okay, you know, when I lived in New York and we had our woodshed in New York, that woodshed would hold 2 years worth of firewood. I always kept it full. When the winter was over and we burnt whatever we burnt that year, we filled the other part of the wood or of the woodshed, like starting in April, getting it in, getting it stacked, getting it there, gives it more time to dry out because you're going to use your older wood first. So that's an important aspect of it. And I've had to get on her. I'm like, you got to get wood in. Winter is around the corner. You got to get wood in. Don't wait to the last minute. So hopefully she's listening and she'll do that. Time will tell. Time will tell. But, you know, you can talk to your blue in the face. It doesn't always work out the way that you hope that it would. But having a wood stove and all that, like I said, we got a bunch of wood here. There's a bunch of wood stacked there. This is all hardwoods here as well. The tarps don't last so well because of the winds and everything down here. Yeah, tarps don't hold up well. The metal roofs hold up pretty good. I'll give you that. Those things hold up really, really well. But again, having a wood stove is great if you don't have the resources available to you or don't prepare ahead. It's not going to help you when the time comes. I mean, the time to worry about, you know, what is going on is not, the time for worrying about that is not when things have happened. It's preparing ahead of time. Power goes out, and if it's out for a long period of time and it's winter time, you're going to need to be able to stay warm. And if you have enough wood on hand, then you're going to be okay. If you don't, then you're going to be in big trouble. So I'm just looking in here to see if we got any more eggs. No more at the moment. We'll go look in the other box. Oh, now they finished off the feed. Now you guys finished the feed. Let's see. Nope, nothing more in there. So, it's about 3 in the afternoon, I think. And we already have 7 eggs on the day. And so I'm sure they'll lay some more. But I'm going to go have to fill up the feed bucket here. Here we go. Alright, so anyway, again, having the resources there available to you is another important aspect of preparedness. You know, gasoline, propane, wood, having the alternative ways to be able to stay warm. I mean, worst case scenario, you know, we had some kind of horrific thing where we were completely snowed in, and let's say I ran through all my propane, which would take a long time to do that. Oh, then I could always go in the pavilion, you know, and burn wood in the pavilion. And I'm not going to run out of wood there. So those are things that, you know, again, if you're planning for and you're thinking ahead, and make sure there was not a cat in there. So I'm always going to show you guys that too. We put that up last year for Ronnie. Still can't believe the guy's gone. Amazing, amazing human being. Just a very, very solid guy. Very down to earth, very giving individual. So, like I said, I still cannot believe that he's gone. It's hard to believe that he's gone. You know, you're talking to somebody on the phone 1 minute, and the next minute they're no longer available to talk to. So that's why we dedicated the battery room to him. He helped build the battery room. So good solid dude. Definitely will always be missed. And you know, some of the people that have joined us, you know, since then, you know, when I've talked about Ronnie, they've said, man, I wish I would have got to meet that guy. Anybody that met him was better enriched in their life for it. I'll tell you that right now. That's just my opinion, of course. But, oh, there's Miss Bonnie. What are you doing? No, Bonnie, out of here. Come on, baby. I don't want you to get locked in here. So their life was definitely enhanced and enriched for knowing Ronnie. Like I said, he was just a solid, good dude, and straight shooter too. I mean, he just said it like it was, and that's it. He didn't pull no punches, and I always respected that about him. I've always tried to be straight up. I say it like it is. Sometimes I can come off as a little harsh, and I may hurt your feelings, but I'm always going to be honest. And I'm not saying things a lot of times out of meanness. I say things because they need to be said. And even within my own group, folks, you know, having hard conversations with people and they don't want to hear it, sometimes you got to do it. And, you know, hopefully that kickstarts things in the right direction. So that is important as well. But what we doing, chickies? What we doing, chickies? Huh? Watch out now. Come on. You're going to get petted if you keep staying right next to the door. Yes, you are. Watch. I'll show you. Well, I can't do it right at the moment. Let me get rid of this bucket first. I'm sure that one is going to be still standing right there when I come back. Yep, there she is. Standing right there. She like hovers like she wants to try to get out. Watch. What are you doing, baby? Oh, what's the matter? Where are you going? Yeah, you want to hover, but yet when the time comes... Alright, babies. Yeah, they're looking good. Good chickens. Anyway, guys, resources are important. Last thing you want to have to be resorting to is breaking up furniture in your home and burning that. Make sure you have those wood sheds full. Be ready. Again, we never know what's going to happen winter-wise. You don't know if it's going to be a mild winter, if it's going to be a bad winter. But you need to be prepared for whatever may come. That's important. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off. Oh, the door's wide open because I guess Bonnie must have... I knew she was inside. Oh, my God, these cats. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.